up, you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda Marie. Thank you guys for coming over and watching a video with me. If you're new, welcome. Over here on my channel, basically what I talk about is fragrances. I love to smell good. That is my thing. So if you're someone who enjoys fragrance, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. In today's video, this is going to be part 2 of my wintertime fragrances. If you've not seen part 1, I will put a card up below and you can click it and go watch part 1. I will also link it at the end of this video so you can click it there as well. All right, so I have 5 fragrances here and an honorable mention. You know, I got to give y'all honorable mention, but these fragrances range in high end. Well, these fragrances range from low end to high end. You know, I love to give you guys options, okay, because I think as a collector, I don't want you guys to think that all I have is high-end fragrances. I enjoy a good cheapie, honey, okay? Anywhere I can save a coin, I'm winning. So I like to share with you guys everything I have in my collection, no matter the cost, okay? Don't let people make you believe that you can't smell good if your fragrance is affordable. That's a lie, honey. That is a lie. Listen, it don't matter what your fragrance costs. As long as it smells good to you, that is the only thing that matters, all right? So if you're interested to see what my wintertime fragrances are, keep watching. Start off with the honorable mention. Now, this is actually new to my collection. It's been out for a while. This fragrance was launched in 2007 and I'm just now getting it. I've heard about it, I know about it, I smelled it 100 times. For some reason, it was just like this year I wanted to put it in my collection, mostly because it finally went on sale. Finally, okay. This is Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather. I've talked about this fragrance. I want to say, I think I've talked about this fragrance briefly. I don't know if I went into detailed about this fragrance, but a lot of people don't really like leather in fragrances. And I can't say that it's necessarily my favorite note, but it has to be blended in a certain kind of way for me to enjoy it. I think leather is just one of those notes that could be kind of overpowering, a little bit like oud, you know, but if it's blended right, like it is in this fragrance, you have a winner. This fragrance is sexy, it's warm, it reminds me of wintertime. It makes me want to go and grab my leather boots, my leather jacket, you know, like my leather bag. I love the smell of leather, like leather goods, like purses and stuff like that. I love that smell. So you're getting raspberry, saffron, thyme. In the middle, you're getting olibanum, jasmine. In the base, you're getting suede, leather, woody notes, and amber. So that base is very heavy. It has 2 types of leather, okay? Regular leather and suede. Suede is a leather. I know y'all know that though. But you get a lot of leather in this fragrance, hence the name Tuscan Leather. But this is a smooth, soft, warm, spicy type of leather. I think the thyme kind of gives it a little bit of a spicy kick, and maybe the saffron. I like saffron in fragrances. Saffron is one of my favorite notes, and maybe I'll do a video one day of notes that I really, really like. I think I'll do that for you guys one day, but saffron is like right up there with iris for me. Oud, you know what I'm saying? I love saffron in fragrances. I think it's just very, very sexy and very appealing to my nose. But I love this fragrance. I had to mention it. It is worth every penny. It is sexy. You guys know Tom Ford does sexy very well, in my opinion, so I had to make it an honorable mention. This is Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather. Added to my collection as well. This is a vanilla based fragrance. If you're someone who loves fragrances like Gentle Fluidity, because that has a lot of vanilla in it as well. If you like Vanilla 28, you would probably like this. If you like Jessica Simpson's Fancy, you probably will like this fragrance too. It is so beautiful. The vanilla in it, you guys, is amazing. One of my favorite vanilla scents thus far, okay? And that is Mercedes-Benz Black. This is targeted for men, but ladies, listen to me when I tell you, you can pull this off for real, okay? You can pull it off. Now, I don't care too much for the sprayer, especially with my nail, because you know I got to get in there and spray it. And child, I hope I don't break a nail, child. Oh Lord, let me use my thumb. Let me see if I can do it with my thumb. Okay, there we go. But forget about the bottle, okay? The bottle is not the cutest, okay? We can all see that. But the juice inside the bottle, you guys, this vanilla is so yummy. It's so warm, it's so soft, it's just beautiful. It doesn't even give me man, it gives me unisex. This is very, very unisex, you guys. In the top, you get bergamot. In the middle, you get incense, jasmine. In the base, you get vanilla, benzoin, ambroxan, and woody notes. So to my nose, I don't get a lot of bergamot, thank God, because bergamot can come off smelling a little bit citrusy, but without that, bergamot is in a lot of men's fragrances, especially in the top, but I do not get a lot of bergamot in this fragrance. I also do not get a lot of incense in this fragrance, which can kind of throw people off. A lot of people kind of shy away from incense and ouds and stuff like that. This is not incensey, it is not smoky, it is none of those things, okay? What I get is a sweet, creamy, soft vanilla, very warm vanilla. I think that's from the benzoin. I think benzoin is kind of like amber. I used to think benzoin was more like the incensey, but it's actually not. It's more, it has more of an ambery type of feel to the fragrance, and I totally get it in this fragrance. Okay, the accords are amber. See what I'm saying? Even though amber is not mentioned in this fragrance, I feel like I said benzoin is like amber. Okay, vanilla, balsamic, warm, spicy, woody, smoky, that's from the incense, but again, this is not smoky to my nose, okay? And powdery. Y'all, this is beautiful. This screams wintertime for me. In all honesty, because it is a very pretty, soft, and smooth vanilla, I feel like I can get away with wearing it all year round. This is the type of fragrance that you probably could layer with other fragrances. If you have a fragrance that kind of lacks in the sweet department or is missing a vanilla component for you, you could add this to that fragrance. You can layer it with another fragrance. This is just amazing, you guys. And the best part is I got this fragrance for under $50 on Amazon. So you see, this is one of those type of fragrances where somebody's gonna smell you and think you spent a lot of money on a fragrance. And no, honey, no. But that's your secret, okay? That's your business, okay? They don't have to know that. Okay, I have another fragrance that's actually an Amazon buy. Did I get this one from Amazon? I'm pretty sure I did. This is from Lattafa, okay, and this is Oud for Glory. Yes, this is a dupe for Oud for Greatness by Initio. I would have to say, I would agree with that 100% that this is a dupe for that fragrance. I do have a decant of Initio's Oud for Greatness, and I would have to say they are very, very similar in smells, okay? But in this one, in the top, you get saffron, you get nutmeg, you get lavender. In the middle, you get arguwood, okay, which is oud. You also get patchouli. In the base, you get another dose of arguwood, patchouli, and musk, okay? The accords are warm, spicy, oud, fresh, spicy, patchouli, musky, lavender, woody, leather, earthy, powdery, okay? Which I would agree 100% on that. Now, I know there's a double dose. I know there's a double dose of oud, but don't let that deter you, okay? Don't let that scare you. I would have to say in the opening, this fragrance can be a little bit piercing, okay? I promise you guys, when this fragrance dries down, you get some sweetness from the saffron, okay? And the oud in this fragrance is very, very smooth. It's not annoying, it's not loud, it's not doing the most, it's none of those things. And I've actually been able to sleep with this fragrance because a lot of times I'm so busy, I'll get fragrances in and I don't have time to play with them. So what I do is I wear them to bed to see how they perform. If they, you know, make me feel a certain type of way, nauseated, headache, whatever, you know, that's how I do my wear test. I wear this one to bed and it just turned into the most beautiful aromatic saffron, oudy, musky scent. It is really, really amazing. Okay, it is really, really beautiful. I can't say that this is 100% exact like the Oud for Greatness, but I would say they come pretty darn close. Okay, so if you like that fragrance but you don't want to spend the money on it, because I think that fragrance is upward of $300, you probably can find Oud for Greatness cheaper than that, but you still gonna pay more than $200 for Oud for Greatness by Anicia. Okay, this one I spent under $50, and I'm telling you, they are very, very similar. Okay, the longevity on this is amazing. Like I said, I woke up, I could still smell it on my skin. It was amazing. All right, so again, this is from Lattafa, and this is Oud for Glory. You are a person that likes gourmands, if you like sweet fragrances, if you like cherry, if you like vanilla, you're gonna love this fragrance. This is Smoking Rouge by BDK. Okay, now upon first sniff, when I smelled this, because I originally got a decant because I wanted to smell it before I just really invested my money into it, and I feel like, you guys, that is the way to go. You guys know I always say get a decant, get a sample if you can before you invest money in fragrances, especially fragrances that are going to cost you more than $100. I think I got this one from Lucky Scents, and I spent anywhere between, I want to say $150 or something like that, $160. It was up in, it was in that range. Okay, but less than $200, but more than $100. All right, but I did smell it before I committed to buying it. Say this now. At initial spray, this fragrance does remind me of, what's that fragrance by House of Sillage? Benevolence. It does remind me of a Benevolence. If you have Benevolence, I would recommend you don't buy this one. Okay, I blind bought Benevolence, and then I had this one, and I was like, oh my god, they smell the same. This is a thick, syrupy, sweet fragrance. You smell the sweet cherry in this fragrance. In this fragrance are cherry in the top, pink pepper, and bergamot. In the middle, you get black vanilla, you get heliotrope, orange blossom. Orange blossom is another fragrance that comes off very syrupy to me in the dry down. Okay, also in the base, you get tonka bean, cashmere wood, white musk, and ambroxan. I love ambroxan. I'm gonna do a whole video on ambroxan because me and ambroxan, we right here. Okay, I love ambroxan. Lavender and violet. All right, so again, this is a sweet, sticky, syrupy, cherry flavored scent. Basically, it reminds me of a cherry Coke. I don't even know if they make cherry Cokes now. I don't really drink a lot of soda, but I don't even know if they make cherry Coke, but that's the first thing that comes to my mind is a cherry Coke. And I actually do enjoy it. I think this is a great fragrance to wear in the wintertime because it is so thick and syrupy and stuff like that. I think it performs better when it's cooler outside. I don't necessarily grab for this in the spring and summer because it's thick, it's heavy, it's thick, it's syrupy, it's sweet, and that's a little bit too much for your girl. In the summertime, I like to go a little bit lighter with my scents, a little bit more citrus, a little bit more woody, stuff like that. But in the wintertime though, this is a banger. This is a banger. Now, I would not overspray this because in my experience, fragrance like this can kind of get a little nauseating to me when I overspray. So I think I'm good at like 4 sprays tops. But you know, I'm a heavy sprayer, but of course you can spray how much you want. But just a warning, okay? You could end up making yourself a little sick, I'm just saying, or even the person around you. But again, this is a very sweet, sweet, sweet scent. So if you're into gourmands, you love to smell sweet, this is for you. All right, Smoking Rouge by BDK. Okay, so this next fragrance, you know, I had to throw in a little Kilian, okay? I feel like with almost all of my selections, I'm pretty much always gonna hit you guys with a Kilian fragrance, okay? Y'all know Kilian is bae for me. Fragrance actually shook me, okay? It surprised me a lot when I got it. It was a blind buy when it first came out. I think I jumped on the pre-sale, so I wasn't able to go into the department stores to the Kilian counter and actually smell it because they didn't have it. So when I got it, I was thoroughly surprised with this fragrance. Now I'm gonna say this is not gonna be for everybody. This is kind of more of a niche feel fragrance, and when I say niche feel, I mean unique. It's not gonna be for all. Everybody's not gonna dig it. Everybody's not gonna enjoy it. That's what niche is to me. I know niche, some people look at niche as this fragrances that are ultra expensive and you can't get it, and you know, they come off smelling a little weird and stuff like that. When I think of niche, I think of the word unique comes to mind first, because in my experiences, I've not smelled a lot of niche fragrances, but I can tell you the ones that I have, they are very unique. Niche fragrances are not made for the mass, okay? They're made for a specific group of individuals who dig them, okay? And that's what this fragrance is. This fragrance is for a unique group of individuals who will dig it, okay? And I'm talking about Le Vert by Kilian. Okay, Le Vert by Kilian. This is from his Liqueurs collection. All right, this is from his Liqueurs collection. This came out at the same time as Apple Brandy on the Rocks, and this one, everybody got Apple Brandy on the Rocks, and I wasn't gonna get this one. I was actually gonna wait until it hit the stores to smell it, because something in my mind was telling me that this is going to be different from anything that he has, and I was so right, okay? Now, let's get into the notes. In this one, you have in the top absinthe, okay? In the middle, you have licorice and violet leaf. In the base, you have patchouli, vetiver, woody notes, and sandalwood. Let me read you the accords on this fragrance. Aromatic, woody, soft, spicy, bitter, patchouli, earthy, sweet, balsamic, anise, which is licorice, okay, and warm, spicy. This smells like licorice in a bottle. I'm not a big fan of licorice candy, licorice anything, okay, except for this fragrance. This fragrance wowed me, okay? It wowed me. I was like, aha. Because I kind of was a little disappointed with Apple Brandy on the Rocks, to be honest with you. Because I wanted him to keep that same level of greatness that he did with Angel Shares. So when I got Apple Brandy on the Rocks, I was like, oh my God, this is very light. This is airy. It wasn't what I expected. But this one was spot on. It was spot on. It reminds me of a glass of liquor, okay? If you've had an absinthe drink, if you want to know what absinthe is, so if you're interested to see exactly what absinthe is, do a YouTube video search and you'll see how they make it. So in an absinthe drink, they use sugar cube, okay? And the actual liquor is, I don't know the name of it, but it has a licorice, a strong licorice type of taste to it, okay? But they melt the sugar cube into the drink and it's warm, okay? But of course it cools down and all that. But when I tell you, he embodied that drink in this fragrance. This smells like woods, okay? It smells like the woods. Like, to sum it up, this fragrance gives me a very licorice, woody, sweet, aromatic scent, okay? It's very airy. in my opinion. But you get the licorice, you get the woods, you get that patchouli, it's there, the vetiver, all of that. Very, very woody, okay? And with a hint of sweetness, okay? With a hint of sweetness. But I think it's, again, and that's why I said this is so niche to me, because it's not gonna be for everybody. Everybody's not gonna dig this. Everybody's not gonna wanna wear this. Honestly, you can really, really only wear this in the winter time. I don't see me grabbing it for spring or summer, honey, because Lord, it just wouldn't even go. It wouldn't even go. Like, it don't even belong there. This belongs in that section for fall and winter, okay? I hate to categorize it because I said I was gonna stop doing that, but sometimes you just can't help it. This one belongs in the fall and winter collection, okay? But I think it is amazing. I think it's at least worth trying, because you never really know how you feel about a fragrance until you smell it and get it on your skin, and then everything changes, right? So I would say at least smell it and see how you like it. But this is Le Vert by Kilian. It's from the house of Fragrance du Bois, and this is Milano, okay? This is another leather fragrance, but the only difference between these two, because the leather, in my opinion, smells quite the same in both of them. The only difference is this has a fruity top, okay? This one doesn't have any fruits in the top. Milano has a lot of fruits in the top. I wouldn't say a lot, it just says fruity notes, okay? So I would say that it's a lot of fruits, okay? In the top, so that's what separates the two. But the leather in this one is hitting just the same, okay? In this one, in the top, you get saffron, you get orange, you get thyme, you get bergamot. I think thyme was in the top in the Tuscan leather. I can't remember, but I feel like it was in the top. In the middle, you get fruity notes, jasmine, olibanum. In the base, you get leather, musk, vanilla, amber, and woods. Okay, so just like in the Tuscan leather, it has a leathery bottom, it has amber note in the bottom, okay, saffron in the top. I think the Tuscan leather has saffron in the top as well. So they're not identical, but they do kind of give you the same vibes, except this one, y'all, the fruits in this one in the top mixed in with that leather, it just hits all the way different, man. All the way different. You want to wow somebody, you want to, man, kill them with your scent. You want to leave them with thoughts of an impression of you. You want to be the one that, you know, is a showstopper with your fragrance, compliment getter. Milano by Fragrance du Bois, period, hands down. This is a banger right here, baby, a banger. So the accords are leather, fruity, sweet, citrus, amber, warm, spicy, animalic, musky, powdery, and fresh spicy, okay? This one is nice. Oh, this is nice, for real. Man, I wore this, I think I talked about this in a previous video, but I wore this out one night. I ain't paid for nothing, okay? I ain't paid for nothing. I had to miss. Bois is known for having these beautiful, smooth ouds. I read their description online when they sent me this fragrance, and they are known for having some of the most exquisite smelling fragrances, and I think they're all kind of oudy. But what I like the most about this fragrance is that the oud, even though it's not listed here, I'm sure there's some type of oud in this fragrance. It is the smoothest oud you'd ever want to smell. Yes, the fragrances are a little bit pricey. I think they range, okay? They range. I don't think they have anything, I think their fragrances start at like $250, $2 something, okay? And they go on up. All right, so they range high. That's how they range, high. But Man, if you want to invest in a fragrance, like you're the type of person like you want to invest money in a really nice fragrance, like you're not trying to be a collector, you're not trying to do none of that, you just really want to invest in a really, really nice fragrance, try the House of Fragrance du Bois. Telling you, chef's kiss. Okay. You would not be disappointed at all. Now, another thing I want to say about this fragrance, it does remind me a lot of Xerjoff, the fragrance Yerba Pura by Xerjoff. And I know some of you will not agree with me, but I have a decant of Yerba Pura by Xerjoff, and I've compared these two. And when I tell you, they hitting the same to me. It doesn't make sense for me to buy Yerba Pura. And I would tell you too, if you have Yerba Pura by Xerjoff, don't get this. It just doesn't make sense, okay, to spend that kind of money when they both smell the same. I would just have my decant of Yerba Pura. I would not invest money in that fragrance because this smells like Yerba Pura. This is one of the sexiest, hands down, that I have in my collection at current moment, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scent, you guys. I would say get a decant. Wear it, play with it, see how you like it. If you want to invest, you know, 2+, I say go for it. But I think it's a pretty, I think it would be a great investment, honestly. I really do. This is Milano by Fragrance du Bois. Beautiful, beautiful scent, sexy scent. I don't know, I was just trying to, you know, give y'all a tune. All right, you guys, those were my wintertime fragrances, okay, part 2. I think I'm gonna be done with the wintertime fragrance series for now. I don't think I'm gonna hit you guys with any more wintertime fragrances. I think I've given you guys enough. I've recommended 12. 10, 12. I think I've recommended 12. So if that ain't enough wintertime for you, honey child, I don't know what to tell you. Buy you a coat, okay? Get you a coat. All right. Comment down below if you have any of these fragrances. I would love to hear from you. All right. Let me know what your favorite wintertime fragrance is. I may want to put my nose on it, okay? It may be something I need in my collection. I never know. I won't know until you tell me. So comment down below. If you're into fragrances, I would love for you to join my family. Please consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. That way you'll be, I don't know why I'm singing all of a sudden. Hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.